Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Monday Morning Minute. It is April 21st, 2025. U.S. stocks, especially large caps, struggled mightily last week, down around 2%. They were not able to keep up the momentum from the previous week, although we weren't necessarily expecting them to. Quite frankly, we are in a very unpredictable market environment, and that's not necessarily because fundamentals are breaking down across the board, although data has been slowing somewhat. We are seeing a wild amount of media risk, and anything that comes out of the administration can either move markets up or down. And at this point, it's not even the administration alone that's driving these moves. We had Fed Chair Jay Powell indicate that the Federal Reserve is, for lack of a better term, highly uncertain on how they want to move forward with policy, while grappling with the potential effects of tariffs, creating some inflation in the future and also slowing growth. We have an increase in unemployment already occurring, but they can't really cut rates if they're trying to corral inflation that they expect to happen, but is currently not happening. So that's a challenging thing to wrap your head around, especially if you are trading in bonds, which probably explains why the yield curve is steepening. In other words, longer dated bonds yields are rising faster than shorter dated bonds. Internationally speaking, very, very broad divergence in performance depending on what country you're in and how much stimulus is happening. The European Union as a total cut rates again last week, kind of preparing for this level of stimulus that they are trying to pump into their economy, even though growth is appearing to still slow in most of the large economies in Europe. Not a lot happening on the front of trade negotiations with China at this point. Just some concepts of not sending rare earth metals back and forth and getting really mad, things like that. So we expect that to continue for a relatively longer period of time than we originally expected, but lots of companies are finding ways to rejig their supply chains and find other sources for the parts that they need. There will be pricing pressure. There will likely be some layoffs, but this is stuff that's already priced into the market by and large. This week, there's not a ton of data that we're looking at. We just have some consumer sentiment stuff coming out at the end of the week. Remember, hope is not an investment strategy. Have a great week.